Department of Defense. MHS Genesis. Military Health System. MHS Genesis is a registered trademark of the Department of Defense, Defense Health Agency. All rights reserved. MHS Genesis Introduction. For users who need additional assistance navigating this course, press Alt-C on your keyboard. To start the course, click Continue. MHS Genesis Introduction. Welcome to the MHS Genesis Computer-Based Training, CBT, course. This course demonstrates the use of MHS Genesis for patient care documentation. This course includes several patient care scenarios that will prepare you to interact with MHS Genesis as part of your daily flow. With the implementation of MHS Genesis, some workflows will change. This introductory section includes encounters, Learning Live, My Experience, Smart Zone, Defense Medical Information Systems, DMIS, Identification, ID, and 724 Access Downtime Viewer. Click Continue. Encounters. Purpose of encounters. Encounters are interactions between the patient and healthcare providers to provide healthcare services or assess the patient's health status. Encounters are specific to the visit, type of care, military treatment facility, MTF, and setting in which care is provided. Encounters contain all information captured during the visit, including documentation, orders, and charges. A financial identification number, FIN, is generated each time an encounter is created in MHS Genesis and is a unique identifier for the encounter. Documentation, orders, and charges placed on the wrong encounter cause coding and billing inefficiencies. Select the correct encounter. Ensure that all information pertaining to the clinical event is recorded on the correct encounter. Pay special attention to key identifiers such as FIN, encounter type, facility, nurse unit, medical service, registration date, and discharge date, if applicable. Do not select a lifetime pharmacy encounter, LPE, for documentation, orders, and charges. Only pharmacy staff use the LPE for outpatient prescriptions. Click Continue. Learning Live. Learning Live Overview. Learning Live is an MHS Genesis tool that provides just-in-time learning for work tasks. Communicates and teaches the latest changes and improvements. Provides communication, learning, and performance-supported content based on your MHS Genesis role and recent actions, and consists of videos or documents that teach tasks or actions that you might perform. How to use Learning Live. You can access Learning Live through various MHS Genesis applications. The most common access point is the Learning Live button from the PowerChart Links toolbar. After you access Learning Live, you select documents or videos via the link associated with the content that is desired. You can use the search box to search for specific topics. At the end of each video, you can rate the content and submit additional feedback. An in-process support document, IPSD, is a tool within MHS Genesis that provides training material in current state until updates are made to the corresponding approved training document. If an IPSD exists, locate the IPSD in your track folder in Learning Live. Click Continue. My Experience. The My Experience tool enables you to switch between various roles that have been assigned to you. Views and privileges vary by role, so you need to be certain you use the correct role for the functionality you desire. My Experience enables you to specify your default organizer view. My Experience location. Use the My Experience button from the PowerChart Links toolbar. My Experience examples. The need to change roles is related to the type of patient for which you enter documentation for, as described in the following examples. A social worker who also functions as a behavioral health therapist would need to change roles. A provider may need to switch specialties such as family practice to OB/GYN. Residents will use it as they go through their rotations. This enables them to see specialty workflow and quick orders M-Pages views, and based on the position they select, modify their preferences. A coder who works in a small MTF and who has additional biller responsibilities may need to switch to a biller role. Work with My Experience changes. Select the specialty, select the default organizer view, and then click Save. For changes to take effect, per the dialog box instructions, click Log Out. Log back in to use the newly saved preferences associated with the selected role. To revert to the original login preferences, select the original position and repeat the previous steps. Click Continue. Smart Zone. In the live environment, a Smart Zone alert notification appears on the screen once the refresh button is clicked if any new alerts or notifications were added since your last refresh. This is a sample alert. To collapse the Smart Zone, click the Collapse button, greater than icon. The Smart Zone sidebar houses all active alerts and notifications. If you wish to review active alerts or notifications, you would click the Smart Zone button, triangle with exclamation point icon, to expand the Smart Zone across the screen. Click Continue. DEMIS ID. The DEMIS is a service of the Department of Defense, DoD, which identifies past and current DoD medical facilities. The DEMIS ID is a DoD 4-digit numerical ID which describes, by name and facility type, past inactive and present active DoD MTFs. DEMIS IDs are recognized within the DoD as the controlling standard for military medical facility identification and cost/workload classification. DEMIS IDs are used throughout the military health system, MHS, and worldwide in both healthcare and non-healthcare systems. The following website provides the latest version of the DEMIS ID table for viewing, printing, or downloading. The site also provides a change report. To launch the DEMIS site, click the link above or press Alt-S on your keyboard. To proceed, click Continue. Within MHS Genesis, the DEMIS ID may be found in various places, but is almost always associated with the facility location. When adding a new encounter, the DEMIS ID is in the nursing unit location menu. Typically, the naming convention includes the DEMIS ID such as 0124, followed by the location type such as C, and ends with the location name such as FAM-Med. Facility types: A. Acute and referrals, C. Clinic, H. Occupational health, M. Case management, and R. Special locations, which are non-defense health program funded activities such as National Guard and Reserve locations. Click Continue. 724 Access Downtime Viewer. During MHS Genesis downtime, use the 724 Access Downtime Viewer to access and view a specific patient's medical record. The system configuration of the specified front-end device at a patient care area, such as a designated nursing station, determines the record data that is available. The 724 Access Downtime Viewer is designed to display near real-time patient data on downtime devices, which means that the documentation created in the 3 minutes prior to MHS Genesis downtime is displayed as read-only. The downtime devices for a particular patient care area provide data only for patients registered to that patient care area. When to use. Use to view critical patient data during unplanned MHS Genesis outages or scheduled downtimes. Maintenance responsibilities. The 724 Access Downtime Viewer maintenance responsibilities are shared between the MTF's IT department and the clinical staff. A collaborative effort ensures the downtime devices remain current and are ready for planned and unplanned downtimes. To validate functionality, status, and lag time of the downtime devices, the IT department addresses technical issues and they log into the downtime device whenever a downtime device is loaded or reloaded. Clinical staff treat the downtime devices as they do their crash cart checks at the start of every shift. They must log into the downtime devices and immediately report issues to the IT department for priority troubleshooting. Click Continue. Links to further information. The following links provide additional information about the 7/24 Access Downtime Viewer and its use. To launch the websites, click the links below or press Alt-S on your keyboard. To proceed, click Continue. Conclusion. This concludes the introductory section of your MHS Genesis training. Select the Next Lesson tab at the top of the page to continue. Provider Foundations. End User Training Materials. Version 3.0.0. May 2024. Course Objectives. After completing this course, you will be able to use the Ambulatory Organizer to review a provider's schedule and open a scheduled patient's chart. Use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. Identify additional Ambulatory Organizer functionality. Identify additional auto text functionality. Address tasks in your message center. Identify available preferences and functionality in Message Center. And create an in-between visit encounter. Note: no actual personally identifiable information, PII, or protected health information, PHI, was used in the creation of this training. All names and patient information are fictional and illustrative. Click Continue.
Oh boy.
Applicable workflows. The following workflows are addressed during this course. 1 DoD. Ambulatory Provider Visit. 1 DoD. Ambulatory Workflow MPages Dynamic Documentation. 1 DoD. Ambulatory Patient Visit Assessment Medication Reconciliation. 1 DoD. Ambulatory Message Center Response Between Visit with Encounters. 1 DoD. Provider Message Center Message Workflow. Click Continue. Commonly used encounters. The following encounters are commonly used by ambulatory providers. Clinic. Used in outpatient primary care and most outpatient specialty care settings booked through revenue cycle. This includes in-person primary care appointments, walk-in visits, and virtual visits. This encounter is created as a part of the check-in process. In-between visit. A non-billable interaction with a patient outside of formal appointment. Scenario Objectives. Scenario 1.01. Ambulatory Organizer. Your objectives for this scenario are to use the Ambulatory Organizer to review a provider's schedule and open the scheduled patient's chart, and identify additional Ambulatory Organizer functionality. The workflow that applies to this scenario is 1 DoD, Ambulatory Provider Visit. Click Continue. Scenario details. A patient visits your office today for a wellness exam. The patient has a history of type 2 diabetes. As you review the ambulatory organizer, you see that the nurse completed an intake on the patient and the patient is ready to be seen. Click Continue. Overview of menu bar and toolbars. The Power Chart Organizer window is displayed. You are logged in as an ambulatory provider. The menu bar contains menus with additional options for you to access and use, such as Task, View, and Chart. The Links toolbar is below the menu bar. The buttons within the Links toolbar take you outside the patient's chart to views such as My Experience and Message Center. Below the Links toolbar is the Action toolbar, which allows you to perform an action from within the patient's chart. If a button is not listed in the toolbar, you can expand the Toolbar Options button. Right triangles above down triangle icon for additional options. Next, the Refresh button, circling arrows icon, is a manual refresh that you often click to get the latest documentation. The recent menu displays the 5 previously accessed charts, and lastly, search for patients using the search box. The criteria list enables you to search by MRN, name, and FIN. Click Continue. Ambulatory Organizer Overview. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. Expand the patients for list. Click in the search box. Wood Alpha has been entered. Select the Wood Alpha MD checkbox. Click Apply. The list of patients for Wood Alpha MD is displayed. Click Continue. List View Overview. The list view contains patient appointment information. The time column contains the patient appointment time, the duration column contains the duration of the visit, and the patient column contains the patient's name, MRN, FIN, date of birth, and admin sex. The details column contains appointment details. The status column displays Seen by Nurse once the nurse has signed the intake form. The status changes to Seen by Provider once the provider begins their documentation within the workflow components. The colors indicate the following statuses: light blue, confirmed; blue, checked in; green, seen by nurse; orange, seen by provider. Lastly, the notes column displays the reason for visit and the chief complaint. Patient notes added as a comment do not save to the patient's chart. For example, patient is running late. Click Continue. Week View. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. Click Week. Expand the patients for list. Select the Wood Alpha MD checkbox. Click Apply. Click Day. The day calendar is displayed for Wood Alpha MD. Click Continue. Open Items. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. Click the Open Items link. Expand the patients for list. Select the Wood Alpha MD checkbox. Click Apply. A list of outstanding patient tasks is displayed. Throughout the workday, you will frequently open and access the ambulatory organizer to review the schedule, review new message center items, and monitor pools. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objectives. Use the ambulatory organizer to review a provider's schedule and open a scheduled patient's chart, and identify additional ambulatory organizer functionality. Select the Next Lesson tab at the top of the page to continue. Scenario objectives. Scenario 1.02, Outpatient Primary Care Workflow. Your objective for this scenario is to use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. The workflows that apply to this scenario are 1 DoD, Ambulatory Provider Visit, 1 DoD, Ambulatory Workflow MPages Dynamic Documentation, and 1 DoD, Ambulatory Patient Visit Assessment Medication Reconciliation. Click Continue. Scenario details. Before you enter the exam room, you review the patient's chart and notice a documented problem of diabetes. When you enter the room, you perform an exam and begin to document your findings. Your patient reports persistent numbness and tingling in their foot, and upon examination, you diagnose peripheral neuropathy. Your patient indicates that in addition to the penicillin allergy listed, they are also allergic to peanuts, which you document in the allergies component. You then complete medication reconciliation and place a prescription order for gabapentin. Click Continue. Access the patient's chart. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. Click List. To open the patient's chart, click AmPhys A50, Train 50. The Assign a Relationship dialog box is displayed. From the relationships list, select Physician, Office Clinic. Click OK. The patient chart window is displayed. Use the Auto Hide button, pin icon, to pin and unpin the menu table of contents. Click the Auto Hide button, pin icon. The menu table of contents is unpinned and the provider view is expanded. Click Continue. Chart Overview. The patient chart window is displayed. The demographics bar is located at the top of the patient's chart. It displays important patient information including patient name, location, weight, allergies, resuscitation status, admission date, encounter type number, special duty status, and physician's name. Some patient demographics are links that you can click to view more information. If you have more than one patient chart open, the demographics bar of each chart displays a different color so that you can differentiate them. The menu table of contents enables navigation to areas of the patient's chart such as Provider View, which contains the following MPages views: Outpatient Primary Care Workflow, Clinic Quick Orders, Demographics, Patient Timeline, and Outpatient Obstetrics Workflow. Other areas include Results Review, Demographics, which includes the patient's demographics, visit list, and patient-provider relationship, PPR, summary, and lastly, JLV, Joint Longitudinal Viewer. Click Continue. Outpatient Primary Care Workflow. The provider view is displayed with the Outpatient Primary Care MPages view open. In the live environment, providers can customize their workflow components in an order that best fits the normal flow of their patient visits. Providers can drag and drop the workflow components to rearrange them. When you reorganize components within the workflow, your changes will apply to all patient charts. Telehealth appointments are scheduled within revenue cycle, and clinical documentation is collected within PowerChart. After a telehealth appointment has been scheduled, The patient and the provider will receive an email confirmation of the session. At the time of the appointment, the clinical team will access PowerChart, locate the appropriate patient on the ambulatory organizer, access the patient's chart, and click Join Session to launch the telehealth appointment. Select the Chief Complaint component. The nurse has completed the ambulatory intake form, which flows into the outpatient primary care workflow MPages view. Use the Quick Visit component for standard patient exams like an adult wellness visit or strep throat. This component has pre-built orders and documentation to increase efficiency. Providers can update the Chief Complaint within the Chief Complaint component. Click in the Chief Complaint box. Numbness in foot has been entered. Click Sign. Select the Vital Signs component. Review the patient's vital signs. Select the name of the vital sign to display a trend graph when there is more than one data point recorded. Select the vital sign unit to display more details. Select respiratory rate. The respiratory rate dialog box is displayed. Review the respiratory rate graph. Then, click the Dismiss button, X icon. Select the problem list component. Expand the Add as list. Select this visit and chronic. Click in the Add Problem search box. Peripheral neuropathy has been entered. Select Peripheral Neuropathy G64. The problem is added to the problem list. If you search for a nonspecific diagnosis or problem, MHS Genesis populates the Diagnosis Assistant window. This window enables you to narrow down diagnostic ICD-10 codes. If you address the patient's diagnosis during this visit, select this visit from the Add as list. If you add a chronic problem, select the chronic option. If you add a new diagnosis that is chronic, select the This Visit and Chronic option. Click Continue. Document allergies. The provider view is displayed. Select the Allergies component. The nurse added an allergy to penicillin with a rash reaction. Click the Add Allergies button, plus sign icon, in the upper right corner of the Allergies component. Allergies is displayed. To add an allergy, click in the Substance box. Peanuts has been entered. Click the Substance Find button, Binoculars icon. The Substance Search dialog box is displayed. From the results list, select Peanuts. Click OK. Click in the Reactions box. Pives has been entered. Click the Reactions Find button, Binoculars icon. The Reaction Search dialog box is displayed. Expand the Starts with list. Select Contains. Click Search by name. Urticaria, hives, is selected in the search results list. Click OK. Expand the severity list. Select Moderate. Expand the info source list. Select Patient. Expand the category list. Select Food. Click OK. Click Mark All as reviewed. Click the Go to Default View button, House icon. You are returned to the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view. Within the Allergies component, click Complete Reconciliation. The patient's allergies have been documented. Click Continue. Process Overview. Recommendations. Recommendations uses standards of treatment for maintaining the patient's health, and it alerts end users to the status of preventative care expectations for a specific patient. Recommendations also can be configured to alert you to document problems in the patient's record to manage those problems more effectively, and can be customized for your site to include the following features. Site-specific rules to determine which recommendations are displayed for each patient. These rules can include specifications such as age and sex. Facilitation of appropriate clinical documentation for each patient's expectations. Recommendations keeps track of expected orders, procedures, and documents, and provides a place to view all information at once. A few examples include annual eye exam, annual foot exam, depression screening, and vaccination schedules. Click Continue. Medication reconciliation. Provider view is displayed. Select the Home Medications component. From the Home Medication status bar, click the Outpatient link. The Order Reconciliation Outpatient window is displayed. The three medication reconciliation options are represented by the following icons. Continue after reconcile, green triangle icon. Create new RX, pill bottle icon. And do not continue after reconcile, red square icon. For azithromycin 1 gram oral liquid, select the Do Not Continue option from the Do Not Continue After Reconcile column. For lisinopril 2.5 milligrams oral tablet, select the Create New RX option from the Create New RX column. To address the missing required details from the Orders After Reconciliation list, select lisinopril 2.5 milligrams oral tablet. The details pane is expanded. Expand the Send To list. Select Do Not Send, Call to Pharmacy, RX. To collapse the details pane, click the Collapse button. Down arrow with line icon. For metformin 500 milligrams oral tablet, select the Continue option from the Continue After Reconcile column. To add another medication to reconcile, click Add. The Add Order window is displayed. Click in the search box. Gabapentin has been entered. Select Gabapentin 300 milligram oral capsule, 1 caps, oral, BEID, 60 caps. Click Done. The details pane is expanded. Expand the Send To list. Select Do Not Send, Call to Pharmacy, RX. To add the gabapentin medication as a favorite order, from the Orders After Reconciliation list, right-click Gabapentin 300 milligram oral capsule. Select Add to Favorites. The Add Favorite window is displayed. Click New Folder. To change the name of the new folder, click in the New Folder box. Faves has been entered. Click OK. To save your changes and complete medication reconciliation, click Reconcile and Sign. The outpatient status is updated in the Home Medication status bar to complete, indicated by the check mark icon. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objective. Use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. Select the next Scenario Objectives. Scenario 1.03. Manage in-office orders. Your objectives for this scenario are to use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. Use the Ambulatory Organizer to review a provider schedule and open a scheduled patient's chart. And identify additional Ambulatory Organizer functionality. The workflows that apply to this scenario are 1 DoD, Ambulatory Provider Visit, 1 DoD, Ambulatory Workflow MPages Dynamic Documentation. Click Continue. Scenario details. While you complete the patient's exam, you decide to place in-office labs to better understand the patient's health. You place an order for a microalbumin test, basic metabolic panel BMP, and AE1C. After you sign the orders and the patient's blood is drawn, you realize they should also have a cholesterol level, so you place a lab add-on order to request that the lab run this from the BMP specimen. You then use the Clinic Quick Orders M-Pages view to place a referral request for a podiatrist to examine the patient's foot. Click Continue. In-office orders. Provider view is displayed. From the outpatient primary care workflow and pages view, select the new order entry component. Click In-Office Clinic Orders. Click in the Search New Order Results box. POC urine has been entered and the search results list below is populated. From the search result list, select POC urine microalbumin, creatinine ratio. Click in the Search New Order Results box. A1C has been entered. Select HG. A1C level 7.0 to 9.0%. 3045F. Click in the Search New Order Results box. BMP has been entered. Orders may have predefined order sentence descriptions. Add-on. Order added to a previous draw. Barcode will not appear on label. AM. Order placed before midnight of that day defaults to next morning AM draws. ASAP. Order dispatched immediately. Has a 2-hour turnaround time, TAT. RT. Routine. Orders will default to the next hour's collection run. If the order needs to be drawn for a specific time, it should be placed as a time study for that specific time. ST. Stat. Order dispatched immediately. Has a 1-hour TAT. TS. Time study. Orders entered with a date and specific time to draw. Select BMP blood, routine, nurse collect. Click the Orders for Signature button. Envelope with number in box icon. The Orders for Signature dialog box is displayed. Click Sign. The Orders profile window is displayed. To address the missing required order details, select the POC urine microalbumin creatinine ratio order. The Details pane is expanded. From the expanded priority list, select Routine. Click Sign. From the New Order Entry component, click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. Click In-Office Clinic Orders. Click in the Search New Order Results box. Lab Add-on has been entered. Select Lab Add-on. Use the Lab Add-on order to add additional tests or procedures to an existing accession number. For example, if a provider realizes that they want an additional lab or procedure after having already submitted their orders, the provider places a lab add-on order so that lab technicians can ensure the orders are added and resulted to the same accession number. Click the Orders for Signature button. Envelope with number in box icon. The Orders for Signature dialog box is displayed. Click Modify Details. The Orders profile window is displayed. Select the Lab Add-on order. From the Details pane, click in the Lab Test Names box. Cholesterol level has been entered. Click the Order Comments tab. Click in the Order Comments box. Add-on to the BMP order has been entered. Click Sign. From the New Order Entry component, click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. When multiple lab orders are placed at the same time, MHS Genesis consolidates the orders according to several categories to ensure efficiency in specimen management. This consolidation is referred to as netting and involves grouping together ordered procedures to the same label so only one specimen container is used. Once you place and sign orders, you can cancel, discontinue, modify, or void them as necessary. To adjust orders that you have already signed, Open Orders from the menu table of contents and right-click the order you wish to update. Click Continue. Process Overview. Referral Request. Consult Order. Use this order primarily during inpatient care when the patient needs provider-to-provider consultation. When you place the order, the department's nurse receives a task to begin the consult process. Referral Order. Use this order primarily during outpatient care when a patient requires medical specialty-driven care that commonly requires a referral. After ordered by the provider, all referral orders route to referral management, where they are processed and should be acted on by the specialty clinic within 24 to 72 hours of receipt. When placing a referral order, all referral request orders must be placed and signed within the new order component or orders from the menu. Click Continue. Referral Request. The provider view is displayed. Click the Clinic Quick Orders M-Pages view. Click in the Search New Order box. Referral has been entered. Select Referral Request 2.0. Click the Orders for Signature button. Envelope with number in box icon. The Orders for Signature dialog box is displayed. Click Modify Details. The Orders Profile window is displayed. Select the Referral Request 2.0 order. Expand the Medical Service List. The Medical Service List is a Defense Health Agency, DHA, standardized list of service offerings, and you should select the most applicable choice for your patient's needs. Select Podiatry. Click in the Referral Reason box. Peripheral neuropathy has been entered. Expand the referral order type list. Select Evaluate and Treat. ROFR stands for Right of First Refusal. Use this option when an external provider refers a patient with TRICARE insurance. The referral management staff would attempt to keep it as an internal referral. However, since the referral comes from an external provider, the internal clinic has the right to refuse it. An internal provider would never touch the ROFR section, which is why it defaults to No. When the external providers found on the TRICARE portal, referral management staff places the referral order, they modify the No default. Click Sign. Click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. The provider view is refreshed. Incoming referral and specialty documentation displays in the Message Center inbox. You must sign all documentation before the referral can be officially closed out. Before all referral requests go to the specialty clinic, they are reviewed by the referral management team. From the links toolbar in the live environment, providers can use the referral viewer page. After the referral request order has been placed, this page provides view-only access to referrals. This will be accessible to most physicians, RNs, medical technicians, medical assistants, and other referral support positions. This page is not used for placing referral orders within MHS Genesis. If a referral order is placed within this window, it will not be processed successfully and will cause downstream impact to the referral process. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objectives. Use the Workflow M-Pages view to complete patient care documentation. Use the Ambulatory Organizer to review a provider schedule and open a scheduled patient's chart. And identify additional Ambulatory Organizer functionality. Select the Next Lesson tab at the top of the page to continue. Scenario Objectives. Scenario 1.04. Document in the narrative components. Your objectives for this scenario are to use the Workflow M-Pages view to complete patient care documentation, and identify additional auto text functionality. The workflow that applies to this scenario is 1 DoD, Ambulatory Workflow MPages Dynamic Documentation. Click Continue. Scenario details. The nurse completed the specimen collection, and you completed the patient's physical exam. To continue to document your findings in the patient's chart, you complete the subjective history of present illness. As you document in your narrative components, you decide to create an auto text to make future documentation more efficient. Click Continue. Narrative components. The provider view is displayed. From the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view, select the Subjective History of Present Illness component. You can split workflow components using the contextual view. If the contextual view button is not visible, use the Zoom Out button, magnifying glass with -sign icon, or resolution percentage list to minimize the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view. Click the Zoom Out button, magnifying glass with -sign icon. For the Subjective History of Present Illness component, click the Contextual View button, greater than with vertical line icon. For the Review of Systems component, click the Contextual View button, greater than icon with vertical line. For the Objective Physical Exam component, click the Contextual View button, greater than with vertical line icon. The contextual view enables you to split the workflow view and pin selected narrative components. This helpful tool enhances your visibility to review real-time patient data alongside their narrative components. Click in the Subjective History of Present Illness box. The patient's history has been entered. Click Save. In the live environment, you will have access to a Shared History of Present Illness (HPI) component. This component enables you to complete real-time documentation in conjunction with multiple providers at the same time. Once documentation is completed and the final note is created, the shared HPI information flows into the note template. If the nurse tech completed the ambulatory intake form, you can use the auto text abbreviation HPI to pull the documentation into the Subjective History of Present Illness component. Click in the Objective Physical Exam box. .PE complete has been entered. Press Enter. Review the pre-built Physician Exam Complete Auto Text template, then click Save. You can dictate narrative components with Dragon Voice dictation. Click Continue. Create an auto text. Provider view is displayed. You can insert auto text into note-free text boxes and other areas to make the documentation process more efficient and reduce redundant entry. Auto text is available in several types of documentation, including dynamic documentation and message center. If you repeatedly enter the same text in your notes or messages, store it as an auto text for use with other patients and scenarios. Auto text can also include variable fields and pick lists that enable you to quickly move through the note and enter patient-specific information. You can create customized auto text phrases and use them from narrative components. Create them from scratch or from copies of established text with personal changes. The recommendation is that you personalize your auto text phrases to differentiate them from other auto text entries. Add your initials at the beginning of your auto text titles. From the Links toolbar, click the Toolbar Options button. Right triangles above down triangle icon. Select Manage Auto Text. Manage Auto Text is displayed. Click the Manage Auto Text button. Double paper icon. The Manage Auto Text window is displayed. You can share auto text with providers and other clinical staff. You can preview, copy, and rename abbreviations and descriptions. Click the Add New Phrase button, plus sign icon. Click in the abbreviation box. AP_ROS has been entered. Click in the description box. Review of Systems Complete has been entered. Click in the auto text box. Constitutional: has been entered. Click the Create Drop List button. Paper with down triangle icon. The Create Drop List window is displayed. Click in the Add New List item box. No fever has been entered. Press Enter. Click in the Add New List item box. Chills has been entered. Press Enter. Click in the Add New List item box. Sweats has been entered. Press Enter. Click Create. The constitutional drop list is added to the auto text. Press Enter. A new line is added and the remaining drop lists for respiratory and gastrointestinal have been created. You can add smart templates or tokens into auto texts. This pulls in specific sections of the patient's chart, examples, allergies, labs, and family history. You can press the F3 hotkey to move to all underscore sections within an auto text template. Select the Show Advanced View checkbox. Click Convert to RTF. When you convert auto text to RTF format, you can use auto text in Message Center. Click Save. To close the Manage Auto Text window, click the Close button, X icon. To return to the patient's chart, behind the Manage Auto Text view, click AmPhys A50, Train 50. Provider view is displayed. Click in the Review of Systems box. AP_ROS has been entered. To insert the auto text, press Enter. Review the created auto text, then click Save. The auto text has been saved to the Review of Systems component. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objectives. Use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. And identify additional auto text functionality. Select the Next Lesson tab. Scenario Objectives. Scenario 1.05. Create a note. Your objective for this scenario is to use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. The workflows that apply to this scenario are 1 DoD, ambulatory provider visit, and 1 DoD ambulatory workflow MPages dynamic documentation. Click Continue. Scenario Details. Next, you add peripheral neuropathy patient education so that the patient can care for themselves at home. Before you leave the exam room, the patient tells you that their primary care manager, Dr. Royal Jackson, is out of office. Therefore, you forward the office visit note to Dr. Jackson to indicate your findings from the visit. After you sign your clinic note, you decide to add additional information regarding the visit, so you add an addendum. Later, you return to the ambulatory organizer to ensure that you have no open items. Click Continue. Patient Education. Provider view is displayed. From the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view, select the Patient Education component. From the Quick Suggestions pane, select Peripheral Neuropathy. From the Added Education list, click the Favorites button, star icon, next to Peripheral Neuropathy. Select the Personal Favorites checkbox. Click Close. Click the Clinic Quick Orders MPages view. From the EM Charges component, expand the Established Patient Office Visit list. Select Office Visit Level 3 EST 99213. Click the Orders for Signature button. Envelope with number in box icon. The Orders for Signature dialog box is displayed. Click Sign. Click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. Provider view is refreshed. Click Continue. Create a note. Provider view is displayed. Click the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view. Under Create Note, click the Primary Care Outpatient Note link. Documentation is displayed with the Office Clinic Note tab open. To remove different sections or components in a note, click X in the component. Click Sign Submit. The Sign Submit Note window is displayed. The recommendation is that note titles indicate the nature of the visits. Click in the title box. Peripheral neuropathy has been added to the Office Clinic Note title. Click Continue. Forward a note. The Sign Submit Note window is displayed. Under Forward Options, click in the Provider Name search box. Jackson Royal has been entered and is added to the recipient's pane. The Review CC option is selected by default. Click in the recipient's comment box. A comment has been entered for the recipient. The Relationships tab can be used to find relevant providers for the patients, such as the referring physician, primary care manager, PCM, and others who may need to be aware of the note. The tab is recommended to quickly review other providers that have a relationship with the patient and saves time by automatically populating the provider's name. Click Sign. You are returned to Provider View. Click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. Your view is refreshed. The RN or medical technician is responsible for completing the ambulatory visit summary. The ambulatory visit summary provides a personalized overview of a patient's visit. The Workflow MPages views generate the summary, which provides specific insight to the patient's encounter. Click Continue. Add Addendum. Provider view is displayed. You can review your note from the Documents component in the Outpatient Primary Care Workflow MPages view, as well as from documentation in the menu table of contents. To modify a signed note and add an addendum, select the Documents component. From the completed list, select Office Clinic Note, Peripheral Neuropathy. The Office Clinic Note, Peripheral Neuropathy dialog box is displayed. Click Modify. The Office Clinic Note, Peripheral Neuropathy dialog box is displayed. Select the Addend Note option. Click OK. Documentation is displayed with the Office Clinic Note, Peripheral Neuropathy note open. Click in the Addendum box. The addendum has been entered. Click Sign. You are returned to Provider View and the note is addended. Click Continue. Open Items. Provider View is displayed. From the Links toolbar, click Home. The Ambulatory Organizer is displayed. Click the Open Items link. Click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. The Open Items list is refreshed and populated. Review the open items for your patient. Providers can remove open items that do not pertain to their patients. Use the menu, 3 bars icon, to customize open item settings. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objective. Use the Workflow MPages view to complete patient care documentation. Select the Practice Activity 1. This practice activity will give you an opportunity to demonstrate the presented workflow. Follow the prompts on the window and perform the steps in the Key activities in the ambulatory setting. Use the ambulatory organizer to find your patient and access their chart. Next, update their chief complaint to chest pain. Finally, document that you provided them with angina-related education. Click Continue. Set your list view to see the schedule for Wood, Alpha MD. You would expand the patients for list. Click Continue. Access the patient chart for AmPhys A51, Train 51, and assign your relationship as Physician Office Clinic. Document your patient's chief complaint as chest pain. Add angina patient education to the patient's chart and save it as a favorite. You would select angina. Click Continue. Practice activity complete. You documented your patient's chief complaint, and you provided them with angina-related education. Scenario objectives. Scenario 2, Ambulatory Message Center. Your objectives for this scenario are to address tasks in your message center and identify available preferences and functionality in Message Center. The workflow that applies to this scenario is 1 DoD, Provider Message Center Message Workflow. Click Continue. Scenario details. You have a few moments to spare, so you check your Message Center. You review a result for another patient. You then review and approve resident documentation forwarded to you for co-signature. As you finish reading through your messages, you decide to opt into a pool and grant a proxy. Click Continue. Message Center Overview. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. From the Links toolbar, click Message Center. Message Center is displayed. The Inbox tab provides an overview of received messages sorted into categories. The number of new and existing messages in each category are displayed in parentheses. The Proxies tab enables you to view and act upon messages in inboxes when proxy has been given. Proxy to your inbox can also be given here to individuals who serve within the same role or specialty. The Pools tab enables you to view and act upon messages when you are a pool member. Click Continue. Inbox Summary. Message Center is displayed. From the Inbox Summary pane, select General Messages. Double-click the Lab Results message. The General Messages tab is displayed with the Lab Results message. Review the message. From the Inbox tab, select Orders. From the list of orders, double-click the DocuState, Collace, Order. Review the order. From the Action pane list box, select the Refuse option. Expand the reason list. Select Assign to another provider. Click OK and close. The order is removed from the orders list. Click Continue. Create a message. Message Center is displayed. To create a message, from the Action toolbar, click Communicate. The new message window is displayed. Click in the patient box. The patient's name has been entered. Click the Patient Find button, binoculars icon. Select the active clinic encounter. Click OK. Click in the To box. Jackson R. has been entered. Click the Provider Find button, binoculars icon. The Address Book window is displayed. Select Jackson, Royal. Click Add. Click OK. Select the Include Me checkbox. Click in the subject box. Lab results has been entered. Click in the message box. Please review the patient's lab results. .labs has been entered. To add the auto text, press Enter. The patient's labs have been added to the message. Click Send. Click the Refresh button, circling arrows icon. From the inbox summary, select Messages. Open and review unread messages. In the live environment, the Portal Options button from the toolbar becomes available when you select the To Consumer checkbox within a message. When there is a clipboard associated with the message, the Portal Options button is highlighted in the message's toolbar. To view the clipboard that is associated with the message, position over the Portal Options button. The tooltip displays multiple clipboards in a comma-separated list. Auto text names are case-sensitive. PowerChart Touch Mobility Suite is available via iOS devices. Capabilities available within the PowerChart Touch application include end-user schedule review, chart review, orders and documentation, mobile messaging, and procedure documentation. PowerChart Touch also includes camera capture, which can capture images such as consents. PowerChart Touch Message Center functionality includes the ability to co-sign orders, endorse results, forward and send follow-up communication, and sign and review documentation. Click Continue. Manage Proxies. Message Center is displayed. Click the Proxies tab. You can grant a proxy to staff members who serve within the same role and specialty. A proxy authorizes you to manage an inbox on behalf of the provider. Click Manage. The Setup for window is displayed. Under Proxies Given by Me, click Add. Click in the user search box. Jackson, Royal, has been entered. Click the Move Down button, down arrow icon. Jackson, Royal has been added to the additional users pane. When giving a proxy, you can grant individual items or grant all and adjust the time frame. Click Grant All. Click Accept and Next. Click OK. The Commit Progress dialog box is displayed. Click OK. Proxies have been successfully granted to the provider. Click Continue. Manage Pools. Message Center is displayed. To manage pools, click the Pools tab. Messages sent to any pool that you have opted into are viewable here. MHS Genesis Solution Architects build pools, and providers are typically opted in by their clinical managers. However, you can choose to opt in as well. Click Manage. The Setup for window is displayed. Click in the Available Pools search box. JBLM_Madigan family has been entered. Click the search button, magnifying glass icon. Select JBLM Madigan Family Medicine J Messages. You select the appropriate pool from your location when you opt into a pool. For training purposes, we are opting into a Madigan J Messages pool. When you click Details, you can see more pool details that include members or locations that use the pool that you have selected. Click Opt In. Click OK. The Commit Progress dialog box is displayed. Click OK. You are returned to Message Center. The selected pool is displayed in the Pools tab. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objectives. Address tasks in your message center. And identify available preferences and functionality in Message Center. Select the Next Lesson tab at the top of the page to continue. Scenario Objectives. Scenario 3. In-between visit encounter. Your objective for this scenario is to create an in-between visit encounter. The workflow that applies to this scenario is 1 DoD, Ambulatory Message Center Response between visit with encounters. Click Continue. Scenario Details. A few days later, the patient calls to report that they have increased numbness in their foot and that they would like to see a specialist. As their primary care provider, you place a referral order for a neurologist and send a message to their neurologist. You will complete an in-between visit encounter from the message center to complete this task. Click Continue. Process Overview. In-between visit encounter. Use an in-between visit encounter for any interaction with a patient outside of a formal appointment that requires an additional order. If the patient's situation requires more extensive documentation or a new diagnosis, then a new encounter should be created. An in-between visit encounter is a non-billable interaction with a patient outside a formal appointment. This encounter allows for future order placement and further documentation. Nurses and clinic staff can activate the ad hoc future order from orders by using right-click functionality. Providers can place future orders for both power plans and ad hoc orders. This functionality is only available for ambulatory in-office orders, such as medications that will be administered at a future appointment. Once an ad hoc future order is placed, the pharmacy verifies the order, ensures the medication is stocked for the upcoming appointment, and prints labels for the order so it is ready for administration at the time of the appointment. Once the nurse activates the ad hoc future order, it can be administered like a normal in-office order. The order reconciliation dialog box displays refills remaining and the expiration date and time for prescription orders. Click Continue. Set up in-between visit encounter. The ambulatory organizer is displayed. Create the in-between visit encounters from the message center. You will need to set up your location preferences to easily select locations when you complete orders. If you generate the message from within the patient's chart, you will not create an in-between visit encounter. To create an in-between visit encounter, the message originates from the message center and uses the patient search function. From the Links toolbar, click Message Center. Expand the inbox menu. Select Manage Preferences. The Setup for window is displayed. From the Behavior Prefs tab, select Message. From the Ambulatory Locations list in the Encounter Creation section, select 9998C, FM1, CL. Click Add. It is in your best interest that you add all clinics that you cover and for which you would potentially create an in-between visit encounter. This removes the need to search through a comprehensive list of all clinics. For training purposes, select at least 2 locations. You can set the locations that will be your default each time the ambulatory location list displays. This will enable you to click OK and proceed. Expand the default location list. Select 9998C, FM1, CL. Click OK. The Commit Progress dialog box is displayed. Click OK. Your location's preferences are set for in-between visit encounters. Click Continue. Create in-between visit encounter. Message Center is displayed. From the Action toolbar, click Communicate. The new message window is displayed. Click the Patient Find button, binoculars icon. The patient search dialog box is displayed. Click in the last name box. AmPhys A10 has been entered. Click Search. Do not select an existing encounter. You will create an encounter. Therefore, you will not use an existing encounter. Click OK. Select the Include Me checkbox. Click Launch Orders. The Orders profile window is displayed. Click Add. The Add Order window is displayed. Click in the search box. Referral has been entered. Select Referral Request 2.0. Click Done. The Orders profile window is displayed with the details for pain expanded. Expand the medical service list. Select Neurology. Click in the Referral Reason box. Peripheral neuropathy has been entered. Expand the referral order type list. Select Evaluate and Treat. Click the Diagnosis tab. Click in the search box. Peripheral neuropathy has been added. From the search result list, select Peripheral Neuropathy G64. Click Sign. Click in the To box. Jackson Royal has been added. Right-click Jackson Royal. Select Add as Favorite. Jackson Royal has been added as a favorite and is displayed in the personal address list pane. You can select a subject type that will populate a default template, or you can free text within the subject field, then free text your own template. If you need a specific template, or if you have a script or flow of notes that you currently follow, the suggestion is that you create an auto text. Browse Documents enables you to add PDF versions of documents to your messages in situations where you might want to reference them, such as emergency department or clinical notes from providers. Once you select an option, it will be added to your message as an attachment that will be a link and viewable. Change your subject and append the information. Expand the subject list. Select Physician Office Clinic Message. The Change Template dialog box is displayed. Click Append. In the message box, in the Caller Is row, click in the patient parentheses. X has been entered. Click in the patient's physician row. The patient's physician, chief complaint, and advised action details have been entered. Click in the OK to leave message on voicemail parentheses. X has been entered. Click Send. The in-between visit encounter has been created for your patient. To ensure all of your settings are saved and your session can end correctly, click Exit. You are returned to the Citrix storefront. Click Continue. Scenario Conclusion. You completed steps to accomplish the following learning objective. Create an in-between visit encounter. Select the Next Lesson tab